A lot of people may not quite get that. So if you are an architect or an artist, or a bricklayer, whatever it is, whatever your skill set is, you want to be the best, or at least one of the very best. So focus your energies on that. But when it comes to your qualities, how kind are you? How thoughtful you get? What is your disposition towards interaction with other persons? Are you more tolerant or less tolerant? If you are lacking, like we often hear, and I often hear people say, "Oh God, please give me patience." Well, I don't think God is ever going to come down and open a bottle of patience and put down your throats. I don't think so. But there will be avenues for you to practice how to be patient. A few years ago, I was at the GRA Junction, where the NDDC building is. And crossing over, I found a taxi, told the taxi, "Please, I'm going to this place. Can you take me there?" Haggled, bargained, jumped in. Now, as soon as I got into the taxi, a traffic buildup and unfolded because a car, it was a black SUV, was being prevented from moving out of that exit point. The banks there, those of you know the banks there at GRA Junction, right? Where and beside the telecoms company as well, they all share the same road, so you have to come out and then join GRA. You join the road to go into GRA. So there was an SUV that was stopped, and then I saw one of the most shocking sights I had seen that day, and maybe for months after that. In fact, the time I saw that was during the elections. I saw able-bodied Niger Delta people, Rivers people, Warri people, whatever it is you want to call them, but they are from the Niger Delta. I saw them, about 6 or 8 of them, on this SUV. 2 hanging on the trunk. 1 actually jumped on the bonnet. Then 2 on each side, left and right side, on the steps of the SUV. And they were literally singing songs of praise and whatever, begging, "Hey, Chamo, anything for the boys, more Chamo, we don't dare your sins, And then, it wasn't just that person. They would move on they moved on after we passed and accosted another individual or group of individuals who were coming out from the NDDC building. And so, out of curiosity, I asked, because I was worried, I asked the taxi driver, "Who are these people?" And he said, "Bros, no mind them. Now, all these boys, when did they give money to?" And I asked, "Why?" He said, "See all these people, they come to NDDC, they beg for contracts, they beg for this." That he knows a few of them that actually got scholarships to go and train in some trade, some vocation, both here and abroad. He said, "Bros, you know what they do? They will collect the money, go hotel, carry girls. Then after like 6 months, they'll come back again and start begging." And now, I have been asking myself this question. How can we make the NDDC more effective? Because on paper, let's be very honest, on paper, those individuals, those boys, those sons and probably daughters from the Niger Delta who have received these sponsorship, scholarships, training, whatever, right, ought to have, as it were, replicated or, as it were, make good use of these avenues to them. But it seems as though not a lot of them, or maybe some of them, have not quite done so. We often find in streets here in Port Harcourt, in Bayelsa, I've been to Uyo, I've been to Benin City, I've been to Ikorekpene, I've been to Calabar, I've also been to Eket, in these areas, Owerri as well, and parts of Aba. I've been to these places, and you see signs that the NDC, like we like to say in this country, has been working. No, the NDC did that. The NDC did this. They would do this. They promised to do that, and all of that. And remember earlier on, we had a conversation about the NDC planning to use more than half of its budget this year for the East-West Road. More than half of its budget. But is that really making the NDDC effective? The way and manner in which the NDDC has conducted its business, our businesses, in the past decade, has it truly brought development to the Niger Delta? You may not see it as much, but for a few minutes, I stood, just like many people at the Jerry Junction that day, shaking their heads in shame. Because these are meant to be sons and daughters of the Niger Delta, but for those minutes, or maybe for that period, they find themselves being beggars of what you would argue is their own birthright. But is it really the NDDC's fault? Or is it the people who are receiving these scholarships, who are in the process of getting these financial aids or developmental benefits? Is it that they don't appreciate it? Or maybe they're impatient? What exactly is the challenge here? Because once again, these were not people from outside the country. These were Rivers, Bayelsa. These were sons of the Niger Delta jumping on an SUV. Chairman, anything for the boys. Anything for the boys. When the NDDC and then obviously the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs was created, I am very sure it was not created to, as it were, give stipends to individuals on a regular basis. The audit is on the table. The NDDC chairman talking about Gospel Akpabio says, well, we are going to get the final date probably by next month. The final audit, the results should be out next month, end of July, and so that we'll obviously submit to the presidency, and then we can now foster a better working plan for the NDDC. All the brouhaha about the steering committee, the board, this board, operational board, will work all of that. So there's a forensic audit right now. But beyond the forensic audit, I ask, how do we make this particular commission be more impactful for the Niger Delta region? 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0007, and then the female caller line is 017-923-0009. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809030-6416, 0809030-6416. Yeah, sorry, not the NDC chairman. He's not the NDC. You're talking about Akpabio. It's not the NDC chairman. Thank you. Hello, 90.3.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, and I'm calling from Bonny Island.
Good morning, Nathaniel.
I think you have just enumerated so many things as it has to do with the NDDC. For me, I think the NDDC was inaugurated and formed to solve the problem that have to do with the Niger Delta people and its environment. But I think the purpose is different. NDDC now has become like how do I call it? A conduit pipe for some of the politicians to just go in and then have their share of the so-called national assets. And they don't care about the people that they represent. They don't care about the people that they assume or presume to be representing their interests. For instance, I'm from Andoni, and I've come to witness many abandoned projects that has been attributed to NDDC. The sand filling project the jetties and so on and so forth, and some of the roads that have been mentioned linked to NDDC in Andoni, all abandoned. And this is due to poor supervision, poor foresight, and poor governance, as it has to do with the NDDC. So for me, and like so many other persons in the Niger Delta, as well as so many other youths, I think so many persons have lost faith in the NDDC.
But is it the NDDC that made our sons go on the streets to, lack of a better word, harass, commissioners, or because they say the boys, they know when a big person is coming, even if the person hides under a broomstick, they know that this is the person in charge of that contract, and they come and start meeting you in cars. Hey, chairman, empty for the boys. Sometimes they even force you out of your car. I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
Good. The problem is that the people in the NDDC are, I think the NDDC is the government parasitic, so indirectly it's just the federal government that takes care of it, or that handles NDDC. They themselves don't know what to do, and then so that they can just perpetually kid its use, handicap, and keep on begging them.
Really? Even though they have been sent on projects and scholarships? How can the NDDC become better used in the Niger Delta? Zion is in GRA. Good morning, Zion.
The same organization, I will still stand to conclude that we need a consortium to handle NDDC. The present people handling NDDC are so wicked. Wicked to the core that they don't pity you that you are standing there or even sitting there to talk. We once what we have we call D-Free. The same people from the Niger Delta crumbled and, oh my goodness me, they shut down D-Free. Government pitied the Niger Delta, brought another angle they call Umpadek. What happened? The same people from the same environment scrambled, squandered the money like, oh my goodness me, so primitive. The same government pitied the people of the region, gave them NDDC. The same thing is happening. Mark this word and underline it. Time is coming. NDDC will not be able to pay its staff. Automatically, they will shut down that NDDC.
So, but,
do you know?
I'm very sure millions of people are listening to us, and nobody would like to see that happen because there have been a lot of, like we like to say, there have been a lot of marquee successes the NDDC has made in terms of building hospitals and health centers in around the region, obviously road reconstruction and building of schools. All of these, and let's not forget education, sending people abroad under scholarships and all of that. All of these things, a lot of people have said, have been very beneficial in developing the region. But these developments seem to be slow and very, very worrying. They seem not to be
people you hear they took abroad, who are they? Are they not some sons and daughters and chronics of directors who are earning millions on monthly basis there? Is that the purpose of NDDC? Development of the Niger Delta. And you are using your money to send people abroad to develop abroad. And you call it NDDC. Is Cyprus NDDC, Niger Delta? Is Malaysia Niger Delta? Do you know the billions of naira these people send out of this country to develop this nation in the name of foreign scholarships? Even the roads they told you they are constructing, how old will that road last before it will destroy? Go to the Niger Delta Interland and see abandoned projects. Projects awarded to the same Niger Delta sons and daughters will abandon the project, take this money, some go to Israel, some go to Egypt, marry 2-3 wives, relax there, and the same region is suffering. And those youths, because of them that brought this NDDC, they are suffering on the streets. And you expect them not to go to the streets?
Okay, all right, Zion, thank you very much. Paul is in Bonny. Good morning, Paul.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning, thank you. Welcome.
These things are Nigerian factors. Wherever name them, we always get the same results. It is in this country about how many million, 200 something million we are used for grass cutting, and so on and so forth. It is a Nigerian factor. It is not only NDDC changing her name now to crisis, CC, whatever. We will still get the same result because it is a Nigerian factor. Then you are asking how we can get a better result. I'm afraid we may not get a better result because this is Nigeria. This is how things used to go on in Nigeria. Except angels will come from heaven to come and manage it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Paul is is in Bonny right now. He just spoke to us from Bonny. Okay. All right. Let's get to WhatsApp. 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. Jude, I have been accosted by those guys several times around that axis. To be honest, the intention of setting up the NDDC was not laid properly on a good foundation. It was mostly to get more money from the center as choppings, in quotes. But I agree some good works have been done, but definitely less than 10% of what has been budgeted in the past years has been properly utilized. For example, scholarships. Why not work directly with the schools once individuals have gotten admission and pay them directly? I am currently enjoying a scholarship from an African educational body and my school paid directly. Mine was get admission and be qualified. The right intentions will always drive innovations. Deji. All right, thank you very much. Tony is on the line. Okay. Tony is speaking to us this morning from Elela. Well, good morning, Tony.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing?
Very well. Thank you for joining us.
Well, it's a very pitiable situation. And somebody said it's a Nigerian factor. I saw you trying to highlight a couple of maybe things NDDC, has done. Somebody just asked a question. Sending people abroad for school and scholar, is it the purpose of NDDC? You get it's a very big question we need to ask. You could see that the whole thing is about HRE. I get it. And then the question is, when you ask, is there a solution? Is there what can be done? My dear, truly, one needs to be afraid. I get it about the whole situation itself. And these are people from the NDDC, indigenous from NDDC. That's people who the NDDC was made for, are the same people, who have become a sabotage to the system. Why? Because generally Nigeria as a whole has this perversion, as pervasive system. Okay, even from the government. Now, the law, the judiciary itself, is anybody held accountable for anything? It's just a free for all. I get what I'm saying. So you see, and instead they create a system that will keep them, on this along, continue with this process, continue with this looting, with the self-aggrandization, ensure they protect it. I get what I'm saying. So you don't, and even some of these boys you talk about, who you say will come out and continue agitating, when they buy one or two of them, they become a continual sabotage on the system, and then a new set of people again are out agitating and all that. So it's a vicious circle. The question therein is, how do we begin to,
we need to make
talk about ourselves? What do we do with orientation? How do we do about the system? How do we do about what we go do on holding people accountable?
Okay, all right, we're holding people accountable. Thank you very much, Tony. We'll go for a commercial. When we return, more as we look at our major conversation for the day, making NDDC more effective. 90.3 Nigeria Info.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS,
6 Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 08170018162. That is 08170018162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call
0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162.
Virtually from state to state in the search of a steady paying job, I stumbled across my maternal home, Yenagua, got to see a cousin, and then whilst I was waiting for the cousin, I found just downstairs in the building where I was, there was an empowerment program, like we like to call them. It was a program sponsored by the NDDC. It was a training exercise, and that day in particular, they were having examinations. What were they being taught to do? Cook. They were teaching young Bayelsans, young Niger Delta females, how to become cooks. So on that day, they were going through the baking segment and also the African dishes segment, and the entire area was, as it were, doused with sweet scenting flavors from the kitchens. I almost wished, no, not almost, I actually did wish I was one of the judges, because it would have been a feast for my watering mouth back then in Yenagua. But how many of these such programs have truly been successful? How many of them can you say have benefited the Niger Delta region? We get into that conversation more. Send your comments to 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Now, headline news from the Niger Delta's own Andrew Efemi.
Headline news, Nigeria Info on 92.3. Headline news.
Hello, good morning. I am Efemi Andrew. Governor Wike calls for urban-rural migration to decongest Port Harcourt. Presidency denies media Muslim. Ministry of Niger Delta says NDDC forensic report will be ready in July. The foreign scene, US President Joe Biden backs funding more police to fight crime. UK's rules on foreign travel set to be reviewed. In business, NNPC collaborating with law enforcement agencies to curb problem of petroleum product smuggling and crude oil theft. In entertainment, Nigerian singer Orezi slams BB Naija housemates over recent display in the show's Housemates Reunion. In sports, Cristiano Ronaldo equals Ali Day's record of 109 international goals in men's football. Contact our newsroom in 0818 900 0017. Good morning. Thank you for listening.
News of Africa and the world every day right here on Nigeria Info.
To thrive in a fast-changing world.
Tune in to 92.3 Nigeria Info for the best of news, talk and sports 24/7.
08090306416 That is our WhatsApp number, and I want to read a few messages just before we get back to the telephone lines. Now, Jude, NDDC is an oil well to politicians in Nigeria. NDDC has not executed any new contract in Niger Delta states because the governors are waiting for NDDC to come and execute contracts. If they will be able to abide to their terms and conditions. So go to Aberdeen, okay, Aberdeen you meant. Okay, Aberdeen in Scotland, and see what their government did for that state. All right, Paul, who is in Ibadan right now, says the Nigerian factor has always been a huge has always been a huge stress on issues against development. Every day we keep complaining about the same people around. Okay, the same people ruling everyone yet in their region. But can you imagine that in their own outfit, talking about the NDC, they still make people in that region share in the mess that they create and benefit alone from the same platform? Pity, Paul says. 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003, 017-923-0007, and then the female caller line is 017-923-0009. On Facebook at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is the handle to follow. Hello, good morning. Oh, apologies there. 90.3 Nigeria for good morning. Hello, good morning. 90.3, good morning. Okay, all right. Sorry, once again, when you call in, do well to turn down the volume of your radio set. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about the NDDC. The minister, talking about Gospel Akpabio, recently said, look, we're going to have the forensic audit done shortly, right? You know, the Niger Delta Ministry is going to be done quickly. We're going to push it onto the presidency, and then we can start to work on how the NDC can become more effective. But over the years, like I made mention, there have been some people who have benefited. But the question is, the larger communities, can we say they have actually? There have been laudable projects started or initiated by the NDDC. There are some people who tell you, look, on our street, for example, it was the NDDC that fixed the small roads. There are some places in Port Harcourt that have street lights, I think solar lamps. All of these were purchased, installed by the NDDC. In some communities, I know power projects have also been initiated by the NDDC. So there are signs that, look, this commission can actually work. Obviously, it's now a parastatal under the Ministry of Niger Delta Affairs. The idea was to bring development to this region. But how can we make it more effective? Because I can't shake that experience off my mind. And if you've never had that experience, you probably would not understand what it meant that someone who is from the Niger Delta would gain something and still come on the road and become, for lack of a better word, a nuisance. I haven't been to Jerry Junction in a while, but I won't be surprised if someone calls and says, oh, those boys or those men, because those people didn't look like they were 18 or 27. They looked old enough to have homes. Yet they were jumping on cars, asking for money, anything for the boys. Boys, that contract don't finish. So how does the NDC become more effective? Because the question has to be asked. If the commission says or has planned to do ABC with the money and try to do this, but the people are not responding, is that the people don't want roads or buildings? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Maybe you can help us this morning. 017-923-0002, 017-923-0003, 017-923-0007, and then the female caller line is 0817-923-0009. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809-030-6416. 923, good morning.
Hello, Port Harcourt.
Hello, Port Harcourt, good morning.
Yes, my name is Dibiso from Odilero.
Good morning, Dibiso.
Okay. Those boys that are jumping into car, boys find out something. Those boys, if you like, give them 200,000 naira as salary for the month. They will not appreciate it. Because any car that they see that is coming to NDDC, they feel that person want to come and take contract. So that way of begging money is the best way. But some of them, a day, by the time they will finish from morning to evening, they go on with 20,000, 10,000 a day. But when they are begging, as they are begging, they are sharing it. So at the end of the day, they feel maybe that one is the best way for them to make money. So if you want to employ them, say, okay, come, let me employ you here for you to be a security man. They will look at that money like the shipping change. So that one, they will not be satisfied for that one. Now, NDDC is a blessing to Niger Delta.
Okay.
But the way and manner things are going in NDDC, it's a shame to Niger Delta. Because now, this is our own. From 1999 to 2000 to date, the money that I've voted into NDDC, if we are using it well, will make this Niger Delta region to be a Dubai. It's our own business. It's not that, like, maybe it's a general, that this is some states, about 9 states, that is controlling this stuff, and we are not making use of it. Look at our road. Some road that they are NDDC is doing. If that road will not last 6 months, Jude. So they will just do anything they like and go and collect their money. And the people there, they are not even supervising. They only give me garbage in, garbage out. So you see that we are not using it well. If you take this NDDC to the north, the northerners, for crying out loud, they will do it and put their money in their pocket. Do a good job. See, for example, PTF, the Bauchi Jos Road, till date, we are still passing that road to Bauchi State, to Gombe State. That road is still okay. That's PTF that did that road. You know, but give it our own people. Where is the road that PTF did in the Niger Delta? Our people will take that money, go and take shift and see that it's not their own. Ask somebody land that it's not their own. You go and intimidate people in the family, and they will not do good road. So, to me, submitting the forensic report, submitting a river report, that one will not help the matter. Anybody that is coming there, just put it in your mind that this region, this is for this region. Nobody is saying that you do not work, you work and you don't take salary. You must do the work that will last, and that legacy will stand. So, they should submit the forensic. They are family we are talking of. Look at that element Aleto Bridge. For crying out loud, they've given that road at Aru 60. You don't want to do anything. The road is every day feel like passing there. And that people are passing to different places. You leave Niger Delta Ministry of Niger Delta. Now, NDDC is their own tank farm. But you are a minister that's supposed to all Aru 60 that. What is the problem? Let us look for a way for this road to do this road. So this road will use the software. People are getting there. Go to that road and see what is happening there. And you are saying that which forensic report done to something. It's just something that I don't know whether most of them don't have vision. If not that road, Jude, look at that, the weight of trailer that is passing through that small bridge. And he expects that bridge to last. And some of the forensic report we are waiting. Thank you.
All right, so it's not just about the forensic report, Ibiso says. Mustafa Koko on Facebook says, patience is a key to the success. Our youth, most of them are very eager to be rich. And on the other side of it, I think the people managing this commission are not doing well to the people of the region. All right, thank you very much. Cyril on Facebook says, test the intellectual capacity of this guy. Let's go. What Mr. A has isn't what Mr. B has. The space, I'll space out your idea. The world is a market update with the ideas. All right. It's a long one, but basically says no matter what our goals are, we represent the ideas and represent the people. Okay. The question is, how effective is NDDC? Matthew Akoveri says on Facebook, NDDC was created from the agitation of the Niger Deltans regarding the resource control by the region. Now, in every Nigerian, there's some element of avarice and personal enrichment. So, every or most members of that region that has served under that agency forgot the main reason for serving and engaged in overinflation of projects, thereby shortchanging the area. Since its inception, it's received about 40 billion to almost 40 to 15 billion trillion naira for projects, rather. 40 to 40 billion, between 40 billion and 15 trillion naira for projects in the oil-rich region. Now, this amount is not reflected in the lives of the people, save for the partly completed East-West Road, some water and agro projects in some parts of the region. So it's safe to say that NDDC has not been effective in tackling issues bordering on the Niger Delta, the reason for which it was set up. Matthew Akboviri with that message. So you are not impressed with how the NDDC has been carrying on its activities in the Niger Delta all these years. Once again, how can we make it more effective? We've had challenges with local content laws. People arguing that, look, if you're going to have contracts, it should be with individuals, sorted off by individuals in that locale. All right. Some would also see that as a bit myopic because sometimes the very best hands are not necessarily in your region. That's another argument or another discussion for another day. It all still boils down to its effectiveness. Travel within the region. You are very, very certain to find plaques, stamps across billboards of road work, electrification projects carried out by the NDDC. We can't deny that. There have been some jobs done. But as a community, as a whole, has it been that effective? Everyone keeps talking about the East-West Road, and a lot of Nigerians were baffled, particularly those who were in the Niger Delta region, were baffled when it was stated that a lot of its budget for this year was to go on to the East-West Road. The biggest shocker, those of you who are in River State, who are resident in Port Harcourt, is that Nkpolu for almost 3 years, just Nkpolu Junction was left to literally become a crater. Almost 3 years. What started out as a small crack developed into a pothole developed into a very big hole until it finally cut off that axis from the rest of the East-West Road. But how much really would it have cost? Yes, there were issues of drainages, the channels, land being built upon, reclaimed, and all of those things. But all of that should have been considered when that construction was done. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome, please. Welcome.
You know, the problem of NDDC started when it became political accountability. If they allow the region to produce people who take care by themselves, so that you can ask them, from the region. What are you doing with this money? All the while, for instance, for 2 years now, the money that is coming for Niger Delta, where are they?
Oh dear. But most of the people who have been in charge of the boards, the various boards, if I'm not mistaken, are locals. People from the region. All right. 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. That's our WhatsApp and Telegram number. All right, I think the people managing the NDC are not doing well for the people of that region. Sometimes I ask myself, are they really the real indigents of that region? May God help us. Good morning, Jude. On scholarship, it is not the NDDC's place to send people abroad. It's misplaced. They should, rather, upgrade our systems here to be able to produce an equivalent quality of education as obtainable in places they spend billions sending people to. On abandoned projects, it's not the fault of the contractors. When the contractors manage to raise funds to execute jobs to a certain milestone, he won't be paid for years. He finally gets paid after 20% kickbacks, after buying the contract at 10% its value. You expect him to go and complete the job? He counts his losses and moves on. The way forward, politicians should steer clear of that agency and allow technocrats to run it. There should be clearly defined KPIs for which appraisals can be done. Contract awards should be on merit through a bidding process. Remember when there was some exchange of words by certain senators that some senators rush to beg for contracts? 93. Good morning.
Hello, sir.
Jude, please. Good morning.
Hey, Jude. Sorry, please, bro. I'm so sorry, please.
No, it's fine. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Welcome.
No, you're doing well. You guys are doing well. See, I just want to put on just 2 points or 3 concerning the NDDC. A guy is saying the test. That test was perfect. A man will talk last, not quite long. Until NDDC becomes Niger Delta, no political appointee. And you make a point that people they appoint there, that they are from this region. But they are answerable to those who are not from this region. People control Niger Delta and mostly the northern. They don't know anything about this region. And our people here, they are loyal to them because then they have the power to put them in from Abuja. How will you come and work in Port Harcourt and go and get paid in Abuja? They will appoint somebody from Abuja to come and rule NDDC here. The board of NDDC will be set up by the president. Have you said that before? We should do our election ourselves. Nothing concern president, concern our election. They should allow NDDC to do the election by themselves. Let all the Niger Delta come together and choose who's going to. I think they have board. Let the board choose who's going to rule them.
Okay, all right. That's an interesting view there. Bright is the room with the Maya. Livinus Eche, give us a minute. Hello, Bright.
Okay, thank you, Jude.
Good morning.
You know, this NDDC, the problem is that it's a political appointment. Anything that has to do with federal, provided the power is not coming from directly that state, it will not work. Not especially when it comes to Niger Delta. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go on, please.
Yes. I think, for example, this Bori camp, 6th Division Bori camp, cannot be compared all the Bori army barracks in northern states. When you go there, whatever amount they vote in to do any work with that job must be done. Unlike our own here, you notice that those jobs will not be done because those money come from federal, and who are those in charge of federal are not earners. So when it comes to NDDC, just as the last caller said, unless the appointment comes from us here, then you are answerable to us.
Okay. Livinus is in a chair. Good morning, Livinus. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Chief Livinus Njoko calling from a chair.
Pleasure to hear from you. Good morning.
NDDC, right from the time it was known as the IFRE or UMPADEC, has never performed to the test of the people by my personal assessment. Then coming to the forensic audit now, those people have never been accountable to the people they are serving or representing, particularly the Niger Delta region. How often do they hold town hall meetings with these people to know how they can and where they can cite projects? Yes, there has been a practice that they change the headship among the states that make up the Niger Delta or oil producing areas. But I can tell you the truth that NDDC, like one of the last speakers said, is a Nigerian factor. We cannot shave away from this stigma unless there is responsible leadership and the change of and orientation of serving the people. Come out with a forensic audit, then who will go to prison at the end of the day to serve as a deterrent to future reoccurrence.
It's a big problem, apparently. Hello, Levinas? Yes.
Then I would even say that Fabio and his team then should forget about their forensic audit and let us pray for Nigeria and for the region. Yes, those people those young men begging money or saying, Oga, anything for your boys, nobody should blame them.
Really?
They are not benefiting from the commonwealth of their people.
Levinas, even though reports have been reliable in stating that some of these individuals have either received jobs or contracts directly or even sponsorship, that somehow they have mismanaged.
Hello?
Even though that we hear that they've received jobs and contracts and they somehow mismanaged, you shouldn't blame them.
The contracts they give out, then the contractors, they are all saboteurs. They cannot account for or do any quality job.
Yeah, but they are sons of the region who they gave these jobs to, Levinas. That's a big worry. 90.3, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm calling from Nkoro.
Good morning, Dan.
You know I was in NDDC. If you don't carry gun, you're not going to be given contracts.
Really?
You're not called this. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not benefited from NDDC. But if you go there, start to the militant, they are militant. When I tell you what, they are going to and beg. About that, they should do the right thing at the right time. About you should consult the board before it's saying next month. You should do it now. And give job out to youth. Not that you're going to carry gun first. Not everyone will not go and carry gun. That's what they're doing in NDDC. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Dan. So the forensic audit is not important, but that's why we have, in quote, accountability process. We always talk about being accountable, trying to find justification for actions. How can you find that if you don't know exactly what was done, and particularly important, how it was done? Final caller, 90.3, good morning. Oh dear. Apologies. All right, so let's get to run through the messages now, shall we? This one here says, we are tired of fake projects in the Niger Delta region. We need stomach infrastructure. Wow, look at that. Now, stomach infrastructure in the region, or better still, build industries that will create job opportunities for our youth. Uche from Omoko. Tired of fake projects. I don't know what you mean by fake projects, by the way. Now, if PDP government has started NDC and East West Road, had completed it, all right, as the government, we'll be talking would we be talking about the East West Road today? We are wicked unto ourselves, and we come up on radio to blame the North. What happened when the president, Goodluck, was in charge and appointed the NDC board? I say shame to all of us here. IB. Okay. Well, hopefully, we should have the results of the audit by the end of July, and hopefully there will be some form of realignment and repositioning for the NDC to become more impactful. On paper, it does have the potential of bringing not just development, but a sense of well-being to the people. Only time, they say, will tell. My name is Jude, being part of Hello Port Harcourt. Tomorrow is Friday. We'll be here as always from 5 minutes past 9 a.m. The news coming up top of the hour, and then sunny side. I hope you've been taking a very close look at the Euros at the moment. Spain trouncing Slovakia 5-0, and then quite the feisty encounter yesterday between France and Portugal. Once again, CR7 coming, rising up to the occasion, stepping up with 2 penalty kicks, and then granting his team, as it were, a spot in the next round. But close shaves are bound, more to come. And the only place to get all that information right here on 92.3 Nigeria Info.